morning to everyone. Thank you, dear colleague, Minister of Defense, ladies and gentlemen. On this issue, going down the memory lane, I think one can really decide whether to be a frustrated pessimist or, the usual Balkan optimist. When you spell out all the timeline practically of who entered NATO when, I could say that we have a lot to be frustrated about. We have lost not only the opportunity 15 years ago, but also the big opportunity in 2008, when we believed that it is a done deal. And I think that this gives every one of us a lesson of how opportunities are rare, and if you don't seize them, they just disappear. But this time, again, I choose to be an optimist and to say that time and again, we have shown that the right level of political commitment can really contribute to an immense change in a very short period of time. Just 2 years ago, my country was a source of worry and concern among most NATO and EU allies. We have been struggling through a difficult political crisis with decline of democracy, significant decline in media, and even aggressive political confrontation. Nevertheless, it took a new government, of course, a lot of political determination, courage, and decision-making to actually spin these things around and to actually expect a good news at the London summit. Last year, we were invited to join NATO at the Brussels summit immediately, just a bit more than a month after the breakthrough that we have done with Greece on a dispute that appeared completely frozen. And if someone was doing bets in the Balkans, probably the certain bet was that this conflict will remain frozen. And there is no political mathematics, there is no political leadership willing to take the risk. We have actually made breakthroughs in several areas. We have solved our open issues with Greece, but we have also tackled our open debates with Bulgaria. In the last year, North Macedonia was among the top 5 countries in the world with regards to an increase of media freedom and peace and stability, which I think sends the strong message that democracy and freedom of media do not undermine our stability if we get it right. And it was not just the political environment that changed. It was not only the political environment around us and with regards to NATO. For the first time, we have had practically 3 elections in a row in which ethnicity and religion are not the dominant factor. And as a result of this political turnaround, I do believe that this was the main reason why we have managed to quadruple our FDIs, and we have created more or less 50,000 new jobs. So it is a success story. But this success story was possible because it was not only us that seized the opportunity. It was also the alliance that seized the opportunity. In times of doubts, in times of big divides within the alliance and among members, I think that NATO sent the same message, that it is there as a political alliance that supports good neighborly relations, solving regional issues and promoting stability by improving the political ties between the countries. So I think it was a win-win situation both for North Macedonia but also for NATO. And I don't think that it is a coincidence that so many countries have quickly ratified the agreement. Here we are in Slovenia. We especially appreciate the support that we have received before the invitation, but especially after the accession treaty was signed. We are very hopeful. We know that the timetable is very ambitious. What took Montenegro more than 18 months, we hope to achieve in less than 10 months. There are many unknowns. For example, the situation in the UK, also whether the Spanish government will be created or they'll go for elections. So these could all delay a bit the process, but the big news was that NATO did deliver. And I do hope that, although we are talking about the alliance, the good news is that it looks as if member states of the EU are prepared to take forward the same agenda and to reward the signals of progress in the Balkans. I liked yesterday very much when I heard that B could stand for being bold for the Balkans. I do believe that we need to be really bold. When I entered the Ministry of Defense, I had to do a lot of reading, so you read a lot of Clausewitz theories, and there was one thing, one big message, that if you want victory, you have to make sure that you have bold trusts, maneuver, and speed. So I really think that the time has come for us to say we have shown very speedy recovery, very speedy process, but the time has also come for the EU to show that speed recovery and speedy progress results in speedy decision making. It wasn't as speedy as we hoped for or expected, but October could be an opportunity also for us and for the Union. Thank you.